Hello guys, it's CSG Baited, bringing you a game analysis between two lower level players. These game analyses are meant to help boost the lower league players' skill level. By casting these lower level games, I can point out improvements and have other suggestions that will help you be better as a player completely. If you're higher than silver level, these videos really aren't meant for you at all. And one thing is you should never chrono boost before filing, because, well, he got his really early, so he had to cut pro production, and this is why you don't get it early. You waste the end of your chrono boost. That chrono boost is really vital later, as you need to chrono the warp gate out. And another thing, always be shooting at workers until later, like 20-30 supply. Then you can have brief pauses in. You see here, he just stopped completely, putting him way behind. He might be going for a rush though, as you see two gateways going down really fast. Two barracks going down for the Terran, which means he might be rushing also. Throwing his gas down at 13 supply. You see here, now the Terran stops building SCVs, which might hurt him a little later in the game. Sending out his scouting probe. And then looks like he is going for the rush, using his chronos on the gateway. If he scouts the right way, he's gonna be able to. He needs to fix this rally. He's not going anywhere in this one. The two barracks are up, and he's getting his orbital. Normally you should get your orbital at 15 supply right after your first barrack finishes, but you see he cut workers, so his timing is a little bit off. See here, Protoss getting supply blocks. For Protoss, you should get your pylon at 15 or 16. Then you can just repeatedly make your zealot and still make probes while not getting blocked. The Toss just getting his gas. If you scout this out a really late gas, or just these in general, you're gonna know there's a rush or he's fast expoing. And here goes the rush. SCV missing his base completely.
SCV ready.
And while here, he's building a factory. 2 racks, 1 factory means usually a fast starport or an expo. You see the Protoss never scouted, so in return he's gonna go to the wrong base, giving our Terran here a little bit time to prepare for this. You see here our Terran also got supply blocked, which is a common mistake, don't get me wrong, but cyber crew going down and transition for if this rush fails. And there's the starport going down for our Terran. And you see there's two workers on this simulator. The proper amount is 3. 3 on each gas for optimum gas. See warp gate starting. You should usually spend your chrono boost on this, as warp gate is really crucial to all around game. And here's the rush. He should bring some SCVs to one or two SCVs to repair this barracks, as he might lose him. You see, this rush definitely failed. Unless he can get this barracks, then he scored a little bit points. As you see, the rush failed. The barracks he might actually lose the barracks. This SCV can reach in time. 4 HP barracks. Another issue. He's been supply blocked this whole time for about 2 minutes. See, the Protoss actually thought ahead and built a bunch of pylons first, which I give credit to him for. And a smart reactor trick. If you want to go for those fast medevacs, you can build a reactor on your factory, then lift that off and replace it with your medevac. And I think our turn player hasn't realized that he is supply blocked yet. And there it is, about time. It's been about 2 minutes, and during that time he could have been getting reinforcements. And for this orbital, it has 3 skills. I think the only ones you should actually use is meal and sweep, scanner sweep. The meals are your best bet, helping you get a lot more minerals, putting you ahead of any other race. The scan helps you get any vital scouting information, which you can't get with some units. Extra supplies should only be used if you're really desperate for supply, as you can just use an SCV to build that anyway. You see, he's not supply blocked anymore, which can be very helpful, as now he is streaming in units, which he really needed the whole time. Also, another topic, idle SCVs. You should never have SCVs idle. They could be giving you extra minerals, or be building. You see a mini battle here. Here, during this battle, our Terran found out he expanded. So at this point, he found a lot out. The Protoss is expanding. He scanned and saw the 3 gateways. So after this point, you should back out before you lose even more units. You're not gonna get any other information by poking like this, unless you want to see some pylons go down. Then just go ahead and stay. Meanwhile, another tip: while you're in those mini battles, you should always be macroing up. Just go back to your base, just select your barracks, build some units. The expansion almost done. Once your expansion is done, you should always transfer workers over to here so you can start mining away. And idle SCVs leaving. Not always the best thing to do. But I like how the Terran is constantly making units, which is really gonna help him later on in the game. See, the Protoss, he always has a bunch of free ones, and he uses it really late. Just using it now. Now it looks like he's going for the push. And you see here he queues up a bunch of workers, which is not good. You should always transfer. And he has a bunch of idols also, which is not always good. Terran building supply depots. Looks like he learned his mistake, which is great. Protoss working on saturating his natural expansion. Should be adding on more tech at this point. You look, he's starting to float on minerals. Once you expand, you should always build more production buildings, so then you can constantly use it and not stack up. If you're floating on minerals, you know you're doing something wrong. Scammed, not really using anything. And a battle coming on here. Looks like he turned it while in right. It looks like he's gonna lose some units from this. Really, you should use these medevacs. loses the barracks. At this point, you see this huge, scary ball right here. You really should back out instead of losing all these units. Like I said, during these battles, you should always be macroing up, which this Terran is efficiently doing. Looks like he's going for the drop. And as I was saying, you should always be macroing up during these battles. The Protoss unfortunately hasn't, and as you can tell from his very few units here. Macro is key to these games, as you should really, as for Terrans, you should hotkey your barracks, so you could constantly be making units. So after, say all your units die, say this drop like explodes somehow, he's going to have a bunch of units here for backup. And that blunder by the Protoss may have just costed him the game. This drop might actually cost the Protoss the game. You see here, the Terran is following up with an expansion, which is a really smart move. Right after you counter a big attack like that, it's always smart to expand, because they won't be attacking you anytime soon. Here's the drop, taking out everything. And here the building positioning just killed the Protoss, trapping him in here while the Terran got 3 shots, and that's pretty much GG. Didn't see it. I guess the Terran realized this over, so he didn't bother macroing up. But during normal situation games, you should always be building units. But then, like about now, when you're about like 6 supply or 7 supply ahead, just go ahead and build another supply depot, because you're floating up minerals anyway. And there's a GG and the Protoss leaves. So overall, the Terran did fairly well in this game. His timings late game were pretty good. Then in the beginning, he had a few little mistakes. He constantly, he efficiently used his energy and had a great composition to take out the toss. I say the toss was doing fairly well also, and his little mistake right here really costed him the game. As you see here, you see this push coming, and then I'll just keep these 3 gateways selected, warp gates selected. You see he has 3. He can warp in units right now, but he actually doesn't. Then just skip up to the battle. You see, he just now warped in some units, and got about to get supply blocked, which is not good. And as you see the battle occur, you've already watched it already, so I'm just gonna emphasize the point of macro. You see here, he's not building anything at all. Just pay attention to this. Three perfect gateways right here. As he loses his army here, he should have backed up. You see, no construction of units at all. And that may have costed him the game. He could have had maybe 15 stalkers. As you see, he's floating on minerals. And that may have just costed him the game. Thanks for watching, guys. Signing out. Thanks for watching.